It is June 22nd, 1986. Over 100,000 fans are baking inside Mexico City's Estadio Azteca to watch Argentina face England in the World Cup quarterfinals. Out of a professional career that spanned 2 decades and hundreds of matches, there is an exact 4-minute window from the specific game that perfectly isolates the complete, contradictory existence of Diego Maradona. This diagram illustrates the 51st minute of the match. With the ball dropping into the penalty box, Maradona challenges the English goalkeeper, Peter Shilton. Shilton is 8 inches taller and can use his hands. The geometry makes it physically impossible for Maradona to win this challenge in the air legally. So he illegally punched the ball past the keeper and into the net. Now look at this tactical map from exactly 4 minutes later. Receiving the ball in his own half, Maradona dribbles 55 yards. He weaves past 5 elite international-level defenders and scores. The statistical probability of a single player completing a solo run of that distance against a defense of that caliber is effectively 0. The global media and the fans in the stands were forced to process a blatant, villainous act of cheating, followed instantly by a moment of undeniable, breathtaking tactical purity. How do the ultimate cheat and the ultimate footballing genius exist within the exact same body? The answer starts in the mud streets of Villa Fiorito, a severely impoverished shantytown on the outskirts of Buenos Aires. Diego grew up here in a cramped home with his parents and 5 siblings, where basic survival was a daily struggle. According to neighborhood lore, a young Diego would walk home from primary school with a dessert orange he'd saved from lunch. He would spend the entire walk juggling and kicking that orange, endlessly repeating the motions to dominate an object with his feet. Life in the slums of Argentina breeds a philosophy known as viveza criolla, a native cunning. When the established rules are designed to keep you at the bottom, surviving requires a scrappy willingness to bend or break those rules to your advantage. Maradona carried that exact survivalist mentality to Europe. In 1984, he signed with Napoli. Naples was a marginalized working-class city in southern Italy, widely stereotyped and openly looked down upon by the wealthy industrial clubs of the north. On the pitch, his vision and low center of gravity overwhelmed opposing defenses. He dragged Napoli from underdog status to 2 Serie A titles and a UEFA Cup, completely shattering the established northern power structure of Italian football. To the people of Naples and to the citizens of Argentina, Maradona became an untouchable secular saint. He was a champion of the marginalized who proved they could win against the elite. We have to view that illegal 1986 Hand of God goal through a different lens. It was a deliberate, highly calculated political act. 4 years prior, in 1982, the United Kingdom dealt Argentina a crushing military defeat in the Falklands War. The conflict left deep, unhealed wounds in the Argentine psyche. Years later, Maradona openly confessed, but the act of punching the ball past the English goalkeeper was entirely calculated. He called it symbolic revenge for his country's humiliation in the war. He consistently aimed his platform upward, launching vocal attacks against the immense wealth of the Vatican and openly criticizing United States imperialism on the world stage. He quickly forged a deep father-son relationship with Cuban leader Fidel Castro. The two bonded over their shared anti-imperialist ideologies, to the point where Maradona eventually tattooed Castro's portrait on his left leg. Maradona successfully weaponized his unmatched fame on the pitch to establish a protected, global political voice off of it. Carrying the collective hopes and political grievances of marginalized nations extracts a massive psychological and physical toll. In Naples, the pressure of his godlike status pushed him into a dark descent. He developed a severe cocaine addiction and became dangerously entangled with the local Camorra mafia. His lowest professional moment arrived at the 1994 World Cup in the United States. Following a random test that revealed the banned stimulant ephedrine in his system, FIFA immediately expelled him from the tournament in disgrace. In a desperate bid to survive his addictions, he relocated to a clinic in Cuba, spending 4 years undergoing treatment under the direct personal protection of Fidel Castro. The intensity of his lifestyle eventually broke his body. In November 2020, Maradona died of heart failure. A subsequent medical board report ruled that his death was the direct result of deficient and reckless care by his medical team. Why does the world continue to fiercely worship a man who was so visibly self-destructive and who routinely broke the rules? Look at modern-day Naples or the streets of Villa Fiorito. Physical monuments and towering murals to Maradona dominate the architecture. His flaws were the exact mechanism that bonded him to the public. He was entirely devoid of the sanitized, PR-trained polish required of modern corporate athletes. His mistakes were public, bloody, and deeply human. To his supporters, that raw imperfection mirrored their own daily struggles. By remaining intensely flawed yet defiantly brilliant, Diego Maradona proved to the marginalized that someone from the very bottom of the world could fight the powerful and win.